Hello, my lovely people. You know what's better than a New Year's resolution? A mid-year reset. And for that, you'll need some music recommendations to add a little bit of zest into your playlists. So with that being said, welcome back to Honourable Mentions. I've changed the name just slightly because, to be honest, honourable is easier for me to say than honorary. I can't, too many oohs. So recently I saw the Sex Pistols in person. I haven't put a Sex Pistols song in, but we'll get to that. The show was incredible. It was held at Fremantle Prison, which is one of Australia's most haunted places. And it was sort of in what would have been the exercise yard, with the big towering walls around us, barbed wire on the top. It all felt very punk. And the punks really turned up and turned out too. I mean, there was men probably old enough to be my granddad walking around with 2-foot high neon mohawks. It was incredible. Anyway, the playlist they had going on in between the support and them was amazing. It was just banger after banger. And then I hear an organ play something that I haven't heard, I swear, in 10 years, a whole decade. And it's my spirit recognized it before my brain did. So I spent the first 50 seconds of it trying to work out what it is, because a lot of people there, it's loud and I can't really hear the lyrics. But then I hear Tomahawk Kid, followed by a guitar riff that obviously could have only ever been written by the sensational Alex Harvey Band. And now, if you haven't gotten into this band before, please do yourself a favour. One of Scotland's finest exports. And I just love the driving force of this song and how it sounds really cinematic while staying grounded and gritty. And if you want to see this band in action, I highly, highly recommend looking up them playing Midnight Moses on YouTube Live. Awesome. So cool. The next track is a total slap back into the present, and it's Pick Your Poison by Kill Owen. I am many things, but I will be damned if UK Garage Kid is not one of them. It reminds me of home, back to my roots. Kill Owen is someone that I've kept my beady eye on for the past year. He just creates these real earworms, especially the ones that sample or rework 90s, early 2000s hits. I think the first one of his that I heard was Top Bins, which he released around the World Cup time, and it samples Ain't No Other Man by Christina. And it remains to be my favourite. It's so good. I experience echologia, or internal echolalia, and I swear to God, it took me a good month to shake the phrase KILLO, make your legs shake like jello. I don't know what it is about just the delivery of that. Anyway, this track uses Poison by Belle Biv DeVoe. Belle Biv DeVoe. Absolute bop. It's in my playlist that I use while I'm walking around the city at work. If you're into super satisfying harmonies, this next one's for you. It's Lucy by Claire Rosencrantz. Super ethereal, hyper pop. One of those ones that will embed in your brain. I actually kind of lack the right words to describe how lovely the build of vocals is, especially in the chorus. It kind of reminds me of, those TikTok, I don't know if you'll know, but those TikTok videos where it's brain cleaning and it's all these bubbly, sparkly, tinkly sort of sounds. Does that make sense? Claire's voice is just so lovely. It's got such a beautiful tone, and this is a really creative track, and I look forward to seeing where her music goes. You probably have already heard of Claire. She had a song go viral sort of during COVID times, Backyard Boy. I think it's sitting on about 300 million streams on Spotify. Don't know about you, I really love a super long track. And this next one is almost 9 minutes long, and I've been sort of using it to get tasks done. It gets me into the zone. It was actually released in 1998, as was I, as is most of the best things in the world. The Parent Trap, 1998. But it's from an album called Science Fiction by an artist called Uncle. This album is a must listen if you like your electronic stuff. It's very, very cool, very highly regarded album, almost experimental, and has a lot of cool featured artists. The track that I'm recommending is Lonely Soul, which features Richard Ashcroft on vocals. a brilliant artist who I absolutely adore. You probably know him as the lead singer of The Verve. This song has such a cool undertone and a rhythm that drives through it, and then there are these layers that build up over it using synths and strings and Richard's sort of iconic tortured vocal, and it creates such a beautifully cinematic and lush sound. Next time you need to get something done, like some writing or even just going through your inbox, put this one on and see where it takes you. Gary, that is the name of the album that this next song comes from, released by Blossoms in September last year. Blossoms are one of those bands that just have a permanent place in my heart, along with Tom Ogden's Hair. They're one of those bands I can just rely on. Like, I always know that they're going to put out good stuff, and I think that's partly due to the fact that they know who they are to a T. They have a real, or seem to me to have a real stronghold on their image and their sound, and so when they try something out, they know how to make it theirs, and they know how to be confident in it. This track, I Like Your Look, has those sort of throwback elements that remind me of like their hit Charlemagne, and sort of the fun flirtiness of other tracks like Your Girlfriend, but it brings in this almost like Euro pop obscurity that just creates for a really fun, stylish track. It's one that you'll add to your getting ready playlist, your pre-drinks playlist, your post-drinks playlist, you know? Now, talking about heavy driving sounds, this next track from New Zealand band Borderline will make you feel things. I love when musicians have the talent to capture emotions solely through instrumentation, and the desperate nature of this track when it's raining, it is utterly addictive. It starts so strong and starts as it means to go on. It builds and layers while staying true to this driving piano note. I know I'm using the word driving so much, but every element of this song gets its own spotlight. The piano, the drums, the guitar, the wailing guitars, the lead singer's vocals, they're beautiful, yet it's so cohesive. If you want to add another layer to your listening experience, go watch the music video. Amazing. Just suits the song so perfectly. And I'm not totally convinced that the lead singer isn't Timmy Chalamet in like another timeline. So recently on my radio show, my dad and I were going through our favorite songs of all time, which is very hard to narrow down, by the way. But I always knew that I Believe in a Thing Called Love by The Darkness was going to be on there, no matter what. It's just one of those songs where there is nothing you could possibly do to make it better. It's so perfect, it's so excessive, it's so skillfully constructed, yet it's so fun and cool. It's so cool. I could not blow enough smoke up Justin Hawkins' ass if I tried. Anyway, The Darkness put out a new album called Dreams on Toast. Genius. And there's just one song that particularly stole my heart, and it's called Mortal Dread. I'm actually not going to tell you anything about the song. I just want you to go listen to it, come back to me the next day, and try and tell me that you were not singing that chorus over and over again, either out loud or in your head. One group that I have been absolutely just besotted with is Gabriels, and they are a collection of insanely talented, beautiful humans. And they make music that will move you, that will awaken something in you, stir something historical in your spirit. I've chosen their track Love and Hate in a Different Time. It's another one that I really don't know how to speak adequately enough about. It's got this real allure about it, like it draws you in and sparks curiosity, but you can never quite catch it. Jacob Lusk's voice is just something else. He can command it with such a beautiful control. Like, his use of restraint is really interesting because boy can belt, but he chooses to hold back a little bit in this song, and that's another sort of layer that makes it so interesting. Gabriels isn't made for casual listening. It's for connoisseurs. It's made to be sipped on and savoured and sort of chewed to get that information out. Next up, we've got a voice that I could listen to all day. It's Budjerah. He is a proud Coogin man, and his voice is just pure honey. It oozes into your ears, just coats them in deliciousness. Budjerah does soul pop so well, and I don't really like bringing age into these things, but he is so young, and he is singing and writing like someone that you would expect to have been in the industry 20, 30 years. You know, it's crazy. Australia has some serious Indigenous talent that the world just needs to wake up and recognise. This song, My Name, has been on my playlist all year. I do not tire from it. And I think that's partly due to the fact that it does have that like timeless quality to it. As you can hear hints of gospel, hints of doo-wop. Again, it's one that has a chorus that will get stuck in your head no matter how hard you try to, you know, not. If you want to see this man in action and see how utterly effortless it is, go look on YouTube at his mahogany session at the Sydney Aquarium. So beautiful. I'm obsessed with him. I'm going to round out this month's playlist with some nice psychedelic pop from a kind of a household name in that Australian scene, I Know Leopard. This is the first track from their 2019 album, Love is a Landmine. The song is called Landmine. And this has like all the makings of an 80s pop ballad. But if you like took that, threw it down the rabbit hole, and then like washed it through a lava lamp. I wrote my notes for this video very late at night. I'm not sure if they're making sense. I just love the way that they use really strong classic chord progressions, but then layer with fuzz and vocals and synths to make this really gooey psychedelicness. And then you've got these guitars around the last like 50 seconds that could have been ripped from some sort of glam hair metal band, paired with strings. It's wonderful. Honestly, the whole album is fantastic. So hopefully this song will sort of serve as a little appetizer to then like dig deeper into this album. And that is it. That is my 10 recommendations for the month. The only thing that I ask is if you do find a new artist on here that you haven't heard before and you do delve into their stuff, let them know that I sent you. I would love to interview some more artists, and so like building that familiarity is really helpful. As always, the playlist will be linked down below for your listening convenience, and I have merged all of 2024's recommendations onto its own playlist in case you missed them. If you're new here, my name is Honor, and if you would like to be part of our little gang here on YouTube, we would love to have you, and all you have to do is subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I truly do appreciate anyone that takes time out of their day to listen to me ramble. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and week, and I will see you next time.